All right, beautiful people, as you get in here, this one, I'm going to be honest, you need to send this one out because if this turns out to be true, and I know you guys are just now filtering in, but I just want to say this really clearly up front as my disclaimer. If this is true, you are about to have the craziest month of your life politically. I'm going to show you some reporting that is saying that inside sources in the White House that Biden has reached the conclusion to drop out and he's not going to endorse Harris. This is not mine. This is not my reporting, but I want to cover it because if this is true, I want to walk you through the ramifications after I show you what they're reporting. And this is not nothing. It's starting to circulate. It happened about 3 minutes ago. This is big, guys. As you get in here, make sure you hit those 5x5s. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me. And make sure you guys are hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, because sending the 2A to the next generation is a key point of what we're doing. And everything you guys do helps that, and I appreciate it. All right, people are starting to filter in. 5x5, 5x5, good stuff. All right, everybody. Listen, as we're getting into this, again, I just want to say, if you're just not coming in, this is not my reporting. This is, at this point, early leaked reporting. I'm not saying it's guaranteed to be true, but it looks very interesting. Seems like there's a whole plan to this. I'm going to walk you through the entire thing once we get the right amount of people in here. But I want to really stress, if I'm wrong about this, because I'm doing this very early, I will tell you I was wrong. I will fully own that. However, I'm going to show you what's being reported right now, and this could send shockwaves through the Democrats, through our political system like you've never seen. Oh, this is going to be crazy. So we've got everyone showing in from all across the amazing nation. We've got 5x5s. We got, oh my goodness, everywhere. All right. Let me just take you right into this, guys. It's got a 3-minute interview. I'm going to get this all going. Oh, man, if this is true. Okay. I'm seeing this in a lot of sources. Charlie Kirk tweeted this out. That's a pretty significantly large account. I've got Newsmax, and I've got a few other places that are starting to trickle this out that the decision has been made. Again, I'm being extremely careful. This is not mine. I'm reporting what someone else did. I will tell you if I was wrong. But with that said, essentially what they're saying is that Biden has made the decision to drop out and that he will not endorse Harris, the VP, the sitting VP, not endorse her, and then he will go towards a open convention in the DNC. Okay, guys, you can't make this stuff up. I'm going to get in here, make sure you guys are sending this out, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me hit it and show you what they're reporting, and we'll break it down at the times because this is what they just dropped.
Carl, according to multiple Democratic sources, this is happening all of a sudden. Everyone said it would happen gradually and then all at once, and that's what's happening. According to my sources, President Biden has agreed to step down as the Democratic nominee.
Oh, man.
It will happen as early as this weekend. A speech has been drafted for him. He will continue on as president, is his intention. He also will not, I'm told, endorse Vice President Harris as his successor. They're hoping that he will endorse an open process in which the convention will be open to Vice President Harris and a few other candidates in Chicago to pick the Democratic nominee for president. The belief is that Vice President Harris is already looking at potential running mates.
All right, I'm going to pause that for a second. So I'm going to do this a couple ways and splice this up. Understand how bad this is going to be. Again, I'm assuming that this is true, okay? This is like the cutting, bleeding edge right here. If this is true, you are officially overstepping the heir apparent in the Democratic Party who happens to be a woman, who happens to be a member of the minority, class. Like, this is like danger close Will Robinson for the Democrats, okay? Their coalition is already fractured under Biden. If you take the strongest support that the Biden campaign has run to, which would be the Congressional Black Caucus, get your popcorn. Because if this is true, oh, all right, so now open convention in Chicago with her, Kamala Harris, and several other people. There's going to be a lot of people on the Democratic Party side who are going to say, Kamala Harris doesn't need to do that. She's the heir apparent. She's the obvious choice. Why are we going to an obvious convention where she is stepping down in contention? Guys, this is a big one. Let me keep going, and then I'll get over here to your comments. Send this one out, and please like, share, and subscribe, but let's get it.
To go to Chicago with a full ticket, including one possibility, Andy Beshear, the governor of Kentucky, and perhaps the governor of Pennsylvania, Governor Shapiro. Other possible candidates who are being talked about include Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, perhaps Gretchen Whitmer, and again, the vice president running. On the first ballot, the regular delegates would be allowed to vote under this agreement that's being talked about amongst the president and high-level Democratic officials. The regular delegates would vote on the first ballot. If there is no winner on the first ballot, the so-called super delegates would be allowed to vote on the subsequent ballot. This decision was reached, I'm told, all of a sudden because of the high-level pressure from Nancy Pelosi, Barack Obama, and others, and as well as the decision of many of President Biden's top aides that there was no path forward for him, that he would not be able to win this election, win the general election, and therefore he's stepping aside again as early as this weekend.
So, Mark, what are the political ramifications for a party that based much of their platform on diversity, equity, and inclusion, and they're passing right over Kamala Harris, and he's not going to be endorsing her, according to your sources?
No.
All right, again, if you're just now joining in, I'm going to reiterate here, this is their reporting from leaks inside the Democrat Party in the White House, okay? What we're walking through, if you're just now tuning in, is apparently, according to this reporting, Biden has reached the conclusion that he's going to drop out. He's going to continue being president, finish out his term. He's not going to endorse Kamala Harris for the presidency, which means it's going to go to an open convention where you get all the other players that we've been seeing. You get Whitmer, you get Newsom, you get Shapiro, you get Kamala Harris herself. All of these things are starting to line up with a lot of the pieces that we've seen. However, the fact that he did not go with his second in command to take over his move forward, that's going to be hard to overcome. That is going to be hard to overcome. And if she does not get the nomination in a month, guys, this is going to be the craziest month ever. But let me continue, then we'll wrap it.
According to my sources, he will say very nice things about her. They do not want what some of my sources have been calling a Kamala coronation. That the problem, in part, that they found themselves in was that President Biden was not seriously challenged for the nomination. I'm told by some of her people, I don't know that the vice president thinks this, but some of her people believe she will win this, that she'll choose a strong running mate, that she does have the support of many of the delegates who are Biden-Harris delegates, and that she can win this basically on her own. And at least one of her allies said to me, this is better. Better to not be anointed by Joe Biden, better to show independence, better to show with a strong ticket the capacity to win the nomination on her own.
Well, all right, so that part I got to really hit on. That shows you how incredibly toxic the Biden brand is. If the Kamala Harris people and the advocates and the surrogates and all those people do not want her getting the endorsement from Biden, they don't want it to be a coronation and they want it to go to an open primary, what that means is the Biden endorsement is so toxic that whoever he endorses is going to end up with the same poison, the same stink all over them. So they want to take it to an open primary so they can have the people behind them in the democratic process. Honestly, from a long-term perspective, that does make the most sense. However, I don't know how it's going to work out too well when you're going up against Trump and a unified Republican Party. I mean, like, legitimately, I don't know about all that. If this comes to pass and this is true, oh, we're going to cover it so much. We're going to have so many things because each and every one of the people that he just mentioned is a gun controller. Every one of them. Could you imagine a VP Harris, or excuse me, a presidential nominee Harris with a Gavin Newsom kicker? Holy, y'all just make sure that subscription's up to date and running so it didn't get snagged away from you. But let's continue, then we'll do some more.
Mark, that said, though, I mean, you're very familiar with campaign finance laws. He has, 200 and 300 million in his war chest right now. I believe, and my understanding is Kamala would be the only one who could absorb that and continue on the campaign. How's that going to work when all their big pocket donors have already pushed for that?
Well, there's all sorts of money, right? There's super PAC money, there's low dollars. The belief is that a new ticket will inject excitement into the party, and that both low dollar donors and the big donors, who in the last few days have sent a strong message to President Biden that they will not support his being the Democratic nominee. So there's a strong belief that with a new ticket that they can raise money from the big dollar donors who can give and bundle hard dollars, can give super PAC money, as well as the small dollar donations that will come in to whatever the new ticket is, whether it's the vice president or not. If it is the vice president, most campaign finance experts believe she does get to keep the Biden-Harris money.
All right, so let me get that out of here. I mean, you guys understand what we're about to start watching. If this is true, again, lots of caveats in this video. And if I'm wrong by playing this and I jumped the gun too soon, I will absolutely come on here and tell you guys I did it wrong. But this is coming from a bunch of people. It's starting to circulate. It's very new on Twitter. It's new on Newsmax. There's lots of different sources that are starting to circulate it. But if you're just now coming in, reporting is coming out from inside the Democratic sources. Remember, Pelosi said get out. Obama said get out today. Schiff said get out today. Schumer said get out. It looks like the wolves have been circling. And with this checking out right now, Harris doesn't get his endorsement. Guys, this is about to be a situation. And how does it tie back to our 2A? Newsom, Whitmer, both passed gun control legislation and are both anti-gun. VP Harris, very anti-gun. Josh Shapiro, anti-gun. Everyone they just mentioned is anti-2A to the hilt. So, again, my last caveat, it's reporting, it wasn't mine. Again, if I was wrong, I'll tell you. But if it is correct, 100%, and when this gets verified, we're about to have a month-long just battle royale for this nomination. This is about to be a situation. Let me get in here real quick to see what you guys are saying. The problem is who will be Kamala Harris's VP pick. Again, we're all in the agreement. This is hypothetical at this moment. It has not been confirmed. And if the speech is really being written, we'll probably find out pretty soon. RFK, because RFK is hated by the Democrats. He's not going to go anywhere. Who would be the VP? I honestly don't know. I haven't even gamed out this theory in my head because I genuinely thought that Biden was going to be stubborn the whole way and ride it out. I mean, VP Harris, let's see. You've got VP, who would be presidential nominee. You would have Whitmer would be an option. Newsom would be an option. Shapiro would be an option. Pritzker would be an option. I mean, wow, I would have to game this entire thing out with you guys, but there's so many potential opportunities for this should it go forward. And then you have to deal with if she doesn't get selected by the Democrat National Convention with the delegates. And if she doesn't get on the first round of voting, it can go to the super delegates, which is how Hillary Clinton got the nomination. This is about to be, oh man. And the idea that Trump is leading in all the battleground states and he's leading national, and you're going to pick up a new ticket a month from now with 2.5 months left on the campaign. Woo! Guys, if this is 100% true, this is going to be one of the spiciest elections you've seen in a hot minute. And Chicago is going to be real spicy. But bottom line, according to this reporting, Biden is still in, not endorsing Harris, open primary. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely insane. Let me get over here. Oh my God, a Hillary Harris. Don't even say that in the universe. That doesn't even deserve to be on the internet. That would be horrible. Let's see who else we got over here. Pelosi. I don't think Pelosi would do it. I think she's too old, to be honest. Let the circus begin. Absolutely. It's a money thing. They have to keep Kamala Harris. That's true. I mean, that's very true. American Patriot does bring up a very valid point. It was also mentioned in that expose. The money does come into this. The hee-haw ballot. You guys are killing me with this. Tulsi Gabbard, I don't think that would ever happen. I just don't think that would happen. Anyone they pick is going to have an uphill battle to fight. That's very true. Pritzker is possible. Could you imagine a Harris Pritzker? Chicago and Illinois, that would be crazy. Man, it's absolutely crazy. Harris Jeffries, I don't think they're giving up Jeffries in the House. I don't even know. I really don't even know. I mean, they could do a senator. What's that guy's name? Mark Kelly from Arizona. He's been floated, but Mark Kelly is married to Gabby Giffords, which is Giffords.org, which is full gun control. That would be a situation. There's so many things here, guys, but that's the breaking stuff. If it's wrong, I will tell you it's wrong. But that was pretty confident. I'm just saying there's a lot of details in there. I will keep you updated. Of course, Trump is going to speak tonight. We're going to hear even more about this, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for stopping by.